What up there, Mikey's crew? It's your good friend Michael here, and I'm going to be doing another video game pickups video. And I want to talk about a little bit before we start the video. So usually I've been doing like weekly pickup videos. You have not seen those in a while. And they typically consisted of maybe being, 10 minutes long or so. And I decided instead of to do weekly videos, to do monthly videos. It's going to showcase all my pickups that I made for the entire month. It's going to be easier for me too, because in that way I'm only recording one video versus recording 4 videos a month. And it's going to be, probably half an hour to 45 minutes long per month. I've got quite a number of games here to showcase. I've got them all down on the floor here. So I thought it'd be a little bit easier to digest, and for me and for you to be able to just show them all off in one video instead of doing a little bit each week. If you notice, I'm down in my video game room right now. One pickup I actually got was this, if I can point, right here, this Star Fox poster. I got that from Disc Traders. In fact, I've got a few more over on my wall over here as well that I've recently picked up. And so it's nice to have all those up on the wall. I think I've pretty much shown all of them off. There might be the only other one I might not have shown off was the Pikmin 3 poster. I moved all of my plushies over to my right-hand side here as well, on top of where all my bins for my controllers are. And I moved my accessory boxes on top of my toy box. The reason why I did that was because the plushies were going to overwhelm the toy box, and I've got a little bit more space on top of my controller bins. The only thing we still don't have built down here is the entertainment center. That's the only thing left. You may notice there's a light over me here. This light was not here before over this table. My father-in-law helped install 2 LED lights in the basement here. Basically, we had a fluorescent light that hung over the table, and we're right over the table between the TV and the futon. And I always wanted to move it where I had an extra fluorescent light, and I was going to move it over where I keep my N64, NES, and Super Nintendo games, and have this one over this table right here. You can't see the table, but that was for if we ever had like game night. People could play board games at this table, and people could be sitting at the futon and play video games and be nicely lit in here. But he decided to get some LED lights in here, which I like a lot better than the fluorescent lights. We still have one like condensate light that's over the futon area, but I don't ever really turn that on anymore. It's great not to have a light over where between the TV and the futon, because it created glare off the TV. We don't have any glare on the TV when we're playing games anymore, so it's great. It's great also to have much better lighting down here, because you may have noticed one of my pickup videos I did, in the past couple of months, it was not great lighting, and it was kind of over where I'm sitting right now. So this should be a lot better lighting, so I'm really happy about that. So this is my November 2020 pickups. And so next month you'll see December. You're seeing this on December 1st. So I plan to air it basically on the first day of each month. And it's going to be the previous month's pickups. Now what I'm trying to do is focus on, right now I'm focusing on NES games. Basically, when I've been collecting, I've been going out to stores, I look at every single video game section in the stores I'm in. That can take up to an hour of my time, and I may pick a few games here and there, but it kind of, I kind of start thinking like, okay, I've got to be conscious about what I'm buying and how much I'm spending. So I've decided to go all the way back to the beginning of my collection, and I'm going to work my way up to where I would be at the Switch would be the last one I'd look for. And so I'm going to start all the way back at the beginning of my collection, focus on NES games, And so when I go into stores, so if I like go into a store, I don't find any NES games I'm looking for, I'm probably just going to walk out. And I know you might think, well, why wouldn't you just move on to Super Nintendo? I'm still kind of finalizing the wish list I have for that system and all the others as well. So I'd just be going and looking for NES games, whether that's loose games or box games. I will go look in the stores at specialty cases, just in case they have a more harder to find game. Maybe I would grab at that point. So I am doing that as well. But I don't obviously spend too much out of those cases because those games are definitely higher priced because they're harder to find. So the stores that all these came from: Disc Traders, Second Chance, Treasure Quest, Fanfare. I did buy a couple items off of eBay. Or actually, not a couple, a few. One game from GameStop, and then some games from Double Jump, and that's out in Vancouver, Washington, and then SideQuest Games, which is in Portland, Oregon. And those I can order online, and I really like their websites. And SideQuest Games is owned by a friend of John Hancock's, and I watch his videos on YouTube regularly. And Double Jump Games is owned by Cooper and Abby, and then they got Ryan that works there as well. And I love all those. I love them all, and I love watching their vlogs daily. Love seeing what they get in the store, and love purchasing games from them. So let's start off. I'm gonna with what I'm going to show you now that we're about 7 minutes into this video. So I'm going to start with the non-game stuff, then show off one console, actually two, then I will get to the games. So first off, the non-exciting stuff. I got a couple of screwdrivers here, and these are to take the screws off the back of some NES games, and I believe also Super Nintendo and N64, and it might work on Game Boy games as well. But the reason why I got these was because sometimes I will buy games and it might have a really good label on the front, but the back is just mangled. Maybe it's just, the label on the back is mangled, discolored, there's writing on it. Now with these, I can go buy that game if it's, one I'm really looking for, and I can also buy maybe a cheap sports game, and if that has a good back, I can just switch the back I can just switch the back of the game out, and then I can sell off that cheap game. Alright, from Double Jump Games, I got this plushie. This is Timmy from Animal Crossing. And I've got a good plushie collection going, so I'm hoping to get Tommy is the next one I'd like to get. This also came from Double Jump Games, and this is the Sonic Adventure Strategy Guide. And I love collecting strategy guides for games that I really, really like. So Mario games, or kind of any the main Nintendo line franchises, Sonic, Halo, really the more popular mascot type games for certain consoles. So really glad to get that. Alright, now moving on to systems. This I got from Second Chance. This is a pink Nintendo DS in very excellent shape, very shiny. Screen's in great shape. I did order screen protectors as well to put on here off of eBay. Did come with the stylus as well. And the one I had was a pink one, and it had some of the paint was taken off on the front, so I sold that one because I wanted to get a better version. Then this was the item I was waiting for to do this video. I almost thought I'm not even going to be able to I'm going to have to just do the video without it, and it's going to be included in December pickups. And this is the Super Mario 35th Anniversary Game & Watch that has Super Mario Brothers on it. And this just came in the mail. Actually, as the day I'm filming this, it came in the mail yesterday, and I have not opened it yet, and I was going to open and show you, but it is taped, and I did not realize that. So you can just look at the front of it here. It comes with Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2: The Lost Levels, the ball Game & Watch game, and then the clock on here as well. I got this because I thought it was going to be a really hard item to find. When it was released, I completely forgot about it and was kind of upset with myself, and I could not find it on GameStop, Best Buy, Target, Walmart. People are already selling this on eBay for over $100. This thing goes for $50 retail. And here it is again up close, and then there's the back of it. And then I happened to be searching the day after. GameStop had some in stock. I was able to get one, had it shipped to me. So I'm really happy about that. Later in the day, they did not have any more versions that they could ship out again. So I was really glad to get that, because I kind of thought it was going to be like Super Mario 3D All-Stars. That's kind of been more readily available, but I really thought this item was not going to be readily available. Also, I looked on Amazon as well and could not find any $50 ones. People were once again selling this for really high price. And I couldn't even like pre-order it either, unlike with the Super Mario 3D All-Stars where I pre-ordered it like the day it was announced. This thing I searched, weeks in advance, even a few days in advance, could not pre-order it. And like I said, I thought I had missed out, but I hadn't, and I was really happy about that. Got one Genesis game this month, and this is Art Alive, complete in box. This game is going to be for my wife, Kathleen. She'll like playing this. She likes playing the create stuff like games like painting. She likes playing Mario Paint. I know that Art Alive is not as great as Mario Paint, but I mean, I'm sure she'll enjoy it. Alright, got a few Game Boy games here. That Art Alive, by the way, came from Second Chance. These Game Boy games all come from, well, actually, two of them come from Treasure Quest. So I got Wario Blast. This features Bomberman. Well, I shouldn't say that's the only reason why I bought it, because I also love Wario as well, but I love the Bomberman series. And then I enjoy Ducktales on the NES, so I got Ducktales on Game Boy as well. I think it's practically the same game, but just in black and white. And then I got, this is from Fanfare, I got the Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 2. I think there's 4 games in the series, and I think the 4th one is really hard to find, so I'm going to have to keep my eye out for that one. Then I also got a couple of Game Boy Advance games here as well. This one also comes from Treasure Quest. It's Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. And this one also comes from Fanfare, and let me just say, Fanfare doesn't have a huge selection of video games. It's basically like 2 really small glass cases. They primarily have tabletop games, comic books, and ball cards. They used to have more video games, but I don't know if people went in and bought a lot and they just, people just stopped going there trading them in and they didn't restock. But I was really surprised to find this game there. And this is a hard to find game for the Game Boy Advance, and this is Metal Slug Advance. Really happy to get that one for the collection. Alright, so got a few PlayStation games here, and all of these actually have been pretty hard to find for me. The first one here, these are all from Treasure Quest, by the way, is Rollaway. So think of I guess Super Monkey Ball, but you're just it's just like the really kind of colorful ball. Kind of looks like the Pixar ball, if you ask me. So it's like a puzzle type game. And I really like the game The Fireman for the Super Nintendo. So I got Roscoe McQueen Firefighter Extreme. So we'll see what that's like. And I know this next one is like a really cheap game, but I don't think a lot of game stores take these games in anymore because just people aren't going to buy them. And that's Wheel of Fortune 2nd Edition. And I really like, playing the, game show or board game type games on video games as well. So, even though I have tons of different Wheel of Fortune editions, I just love playing any of them because they're all going to have different puzzles on them. And so you may have noticed the Rollaway case had like a crack in it. I will be replacing the case for that one. Alright, so I got a few random games here. I just got one game for each of these systems. So I'll start off by showing probably the least expensive to go up to the most expensive. So this is from Treasure Quest. I got Black and Bruised. It's a boxing game. Complete. Cartoonish boxing game. It doesn't really remind me of like Punch Out or Super Punch Out because it's not from that perspective. I'd say more like Ready to Rumble boxing, but I really didn't, I guess, I played Ready to Rumble boxing, but didn't enjoy it. I don't like more of the simulation type boxing games, even though I don't think Ready to Rumble's like that. I think I like the more the cartoony, the more goofy ones. Even though Punch Out really isn't goofy, but some of the characters, I guess, in there are. Alright, so I got the Price is Right for the Wii. Like I said, I like playing, game show games on consoles, so this one is going to be enjoyable. My wife really loves The Price is Right. She watches that every day. No, she is not old, might I add. Alright, so for Xbox One, this came from Fanfare. I got Forza Motorsport 7. Really like playing racing games, so I'm going to enjoy this. Trying to get all the Forza games as well. Alright, so the next three here, they're all pretty expensive, but I'll start with this one that comes from Disc Traders, and that is Sonic Adventure. This is the white label, which is what I've been looking for, not the Sega All-Stars version. This one is, obviously it's complete because this is the manual right here. Case is in very good shape, so I do not have to replace the case for that. Really happy there. You may think I'm probably dumb for doing this, but instead of holding on to, say, the Sega All-Stars version, but I've sold... So basically, I sold my Sega All-Stars version of that and a few other games, and any of my greatest hits versions or whatever they are for other systems. I'm just trying to find the regular edition standard label for certain games. And I know you might think, well, that's dumb. Why not just hold on to the games until you get them? Well, it gave me a little trading credit at these stores, so trading credit helped me get this game. Also, this game too, from Disc Traders, which I picked up at the same time. It's Luigi's Mansion. I had the player's choice. I wanted the one that's just the black label. And it is complete as well. I made sure of that before I picked it up. I didn't want to have to try to track down a manual for this. Love Luigi's Mansion. I think I've beaten it twice. It's a very fun game. Short game, but very fun. Alright, and the last game here, out of like the ones where I just got one game for each of these systems. This one also came from Fanfare. Also, you wouldn't expect to see this there. But this is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. There is no instruction manual that comes with this. I already did look. Because I looked to see if there's like a complete version. What's considered complete. And it's just the game with it. I looked on eBay. And this game has like been going for like $60, used. I found it for $40 and was like, I have to jump on this right now, or else, I'm probably gonna have to get it for $60 at some point. So you may have noticed so far, I have not shown any Nintendo games, but there are plenty coming up, and I'm talking NES games, just NES, not just the Nintendo brand in general, or otherwise I've already shown you a couple, obviously. But next, let's start off with, go to the Nintendo 64. I got one loose cartridge, and that is Dr. Mario 64. Love Dr. Mario for the NES. I have played the Nintendo 64 version, did beat it. I don't find the one for the 64 to be as good, but it does have a story mode, so that makes it okay in my opinion. And then I got just a couple of racing games for the Nintendo 64, both complete in box. First one is F1 World Grand Prix, and I'm not great at Grand Prix games, but I'm going to give that one another try. And then I got NASCAR 99. So I have this for PlayStation 1 as well. I I think this is just nostalgia for me. Like growing up as a kid, I played NASCAR 99 for both this and the and for the PlayStation 1, and I just love that version. I think it's just nostalgia, to tell you the truth. That one does need a cardboard insert, otherwise it is complete. Okay, moving on to the Super Nintendo games here, which I got 4 complete and box copy games here. 3 of these came from Second Chance, 1 comes from Disc Traders. First one is John Madden Football 93. Once again, another nostalgia pickup. I played this at my cousin's house as a kid and just love the music. Gameplay, obviously, nowadays isn't great, and I am terrible at the game. I just want to say that. All right, next is Top Gear. The box here is kind of beat up a little bit in the corner, you can see, and in this corner as well. And it's a little pressed in. Obviously, you can see it's wrinkly here. This is probably the worst condition box out of all the games, but I love Top Gear. It's a fun racing game. It is I think the second one is really long to complete. This one has 32 tracks to it. Like, I was playing the second one for Super Nintendo and got pretty far. And I'm thinking, well, how long does this game go? And I think I was only maybe 75% done with the game. I was pretty shocked. All right, next one is Daffy Duck, the Marvin missions. And this box is pretty much in good shape, although there's a little creasing up top here and then a little creasing down toward the bottom. But, I mean, it's not beat up too bad. And I love Looney Tunes games, so I figured I'd give this one a try. And then the last game, which is the drool out of all the pickups, in my opinion, and that's Super Punch-Out in the box here. And this one just has a little bit of damage you can see up top and on the box there. But otherwise, I mean, it's in fairly good shape. And I've never beaten Super Punch-Out. I've never even beaten Punch-Out before. But they are, you know, those kind of boxing games I really do enjoy. More cartoony, not simulation type games. Ones I highly enjoy, even though I'm not entirely great at them. All right, so now we're going to move on to the NES games here. So I got quite a few. I did get some box games. Well, actually, all the box games are complete, except there might be missing some styrofoam at the bottom of them. I did get some loose cartridges as well. Some of the box games were piecemealed together, meaning I found the cartridge and I went on eBay, was able to track down a box and a manual. I'm trying to do that with a lot of my cartridge games, but if there's like a box and manual, let's say out there that's, you know, going for like $200, I'm obviously not going to purchase that. But, you know, let's say there's a box out there for $10 and a manual for $5. I'm more than willing to be able to purchase that, you know, if it's in decent shape. You know, I don't want like, you know, tons of rips on the box or writing on it or wording, you know, missing because, you know, it was shredded or labels on the box. All right, so start off with the loose cartridges. Whoops. Got a World Class Track Meet here. Nothing special. All right, next, after that, I got Base Wars. All these NES games come from like Side Quest, Treasure Quest, Double Jump, Second Chance, and then this is the only one I got from Disc Traders. Someone was in there like cleaning out NES games because all the good ones were gone. This was the only one I could find on my list, and I rebought this because I like literally suck at this game, and I got turned off by it, sold it, and then after I rebought it, I played a game and I won 39-6, and usually I get like dominated. I mean, usually that's what I lose by is like a really high score, but I had a lot of fun playing it, you know, the second time around. So maybe I just wasn't playing it right the first time. I don't know. All right, next I got Rad Racer 2. Usually in these games too, I have trouble getting out of like the first level. But I played it recently and made it about halfway through the game, so I was happy about that. I will definitely try to beat it at some point. Sorry if I keep clearing my throat. It's just getting really dry, like talking. So next time I think I'll have to bring down like a drink of water with me or something. All right, I got Tetris, and even though I really suck at Tetris, I do like playing the game. I just got to keep improving. That's all. Got Gradius. I do suck at this game too, but also one of the games where I just like it. It's one of those shooter games I just like. It has good music. It has good sound effects. The graphics aren't bad in that game. Just one I really like. All right, and then the last two here, I got Bobble. This one has a little discoloration in the game. You can see right there, and you can really see it up here on the top label. And I bought this one online from SideQuest, and if I couldn't really tell that there was discoloration in there in the picture. If I had known that, I would not have bought the game. I'm trying to, obviously have it where the labels aren't bad like that. So I am going to try to search at some point for an upgrade for this game. I am going to hold on to it for now, but I am going to try to find an upgrade for this game. I do suck at this game too. I think I made it about 25% through when I played it last time. I was able to find a warp, but I got stuck in one level and got killed by the enemies because I ran out of time. It was bad. And then last, I got Castlevania. I only really like the first one in the series. I don't know why, but I think maybe it's nostalgia. I played it as a kid. I didn't make it very far. I think I only made it to level 2 as a kid, but I've beaten it 3 times now. Even though it takes me forever to defeat Dracula and also to get to the Grim Reaper at the second to last level, because I always lose and don't have enough health to, use all the holy water before I get there. All right, so box games, I'll tell you which ones I bought complete and other ones that I pieced together as I got them. So I got Dr. Mario here. This one comes from Double Jump Games. This one is in really good shape. There's a little creasing here on the side. You might be able to see that. I noticed with a lot of NES games, like the tops don't like to stay down. This does need styrofoam for it. But otherwise, this game is really, really good shape. Like I said, I like Dr. Mario. Not the greatest at that game as well. I do kind of get frustrated with it like Tetris, but I do enjoy it. All right, so I got Hollywood Squares. I think I got the cartridge from SideQuest, and the instruction manual and box came online off of eBay. There is a little crease on the box right there you can see. Otherwise, actually, the box is in very good shape. There's a little creasing along the side as well. I think this one actually did come with styrofoam, which I was actually surprised about. But once again, I'm knocking NES games off over here. Another game show game that I like playing on online. All right, so next off, I got Family Feud, which happens to be kind of an uncommon game, I guess, for me to find for the NES. Once again, I like playing game show games. Cartridge came from SideQuest. Box and manual came from eBay, and I think I still had a couple of pieces of styrofoam left, so I did add that to this. Box was in really good shape. I don't see really any damage, anywhere on this box. Maybe up on the top, maybe there's a little bit I can see, but otherwise, not bad for that one. Next up, I got Rad Racer. This one came from Second Chance, so this was complete. Does have the styrofoam. Does not, actually, I shouldn't say it's complete because it does not have the 3D glasses that come with it. I did try to search for the 3D glasses on eBay, but I think the couple of pairs I found were going for $50. I'm not paying $50 for a pair of 3D glasses. I'm not going to try to just stick anything with it, but if I find it complete, someday maybe I'll get it for that, or get it complete and then I just, sell this copy. Little bit of creasing here. And there's a little spot right here as well. Otherwise, this is in very good shape. I got almost actually all the way through this game as well. I'd only usually make it to about the second level of that one, so I was really happy to get much farther in that. All right, so I got Anticipation. The game I got a while ago, but I did not have the box and manual. That came off of eBay. This was probably one of the boxes that was not in the greatest of shape. There's a piece of tape right here on the front I just cannot get off. It's not a big deal. I mean, to me, it's just a little dirty on there. Maybe there's a little creasing on the side. Otherwise, box is fairly good. It does need styrofoam to go in the bottom to make it, where the game's not going all over the place. All right, and then I got a really good copy of Adventures of Lolo. So I did have the first one before, but I sold it. The box was in pretty beat up shape. And they actually still had the one I sold them that was in beat up shape. So I did get the much better version. There's a little bit of, it's a little dinged up top, but otherwise this is in very good shape. This one I just really got to put in my collection. I'm not probably going to play it again. The reason being is I'm not great at it. Like, you've probably heard me say I'm not great at a lot of games. I really just like playing games. If I beat the game, fantastic. If I don't, it's whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I will keep trying, obviously. But I did beat it once, but I did need help trying to figure out some of the puzzles and the levels. So that's probably one I won't necessarily play again. But I did enjoy playing it when I did. All right, so this one was also one I was just looking for the box for a while, and this is Jeopardy 25th Anniversary. This is probably like the worst condition box I have because you can see like all of like the kind of creasing on the back. The top kind of has it as well. The sides, but the front's in pretty good shape. This box I almost didn't think I was going to get. I had ordered the manual separate from the box, and I do need a piece of cardboard for this one as well. Or cardboard, styrofoam, I should say. I don't know if I've been saying cardboard or not for complete. I meant styrofoam this entire time. But like I said, I like playing or game show games for video games. So I ordered the manual, and the box had not shown up. It was from a different seller, and I contacted them on eBay. It was like a couple weeks past the shipping date. They did see my message and did end up sending it out right away. I don't know if they had like some health issue or anything, so I wasn't like upset with them. I was just kind of curious where it was at, and then they sent it out. So I'm really happy to get that. All right, then I got Puss and Boots. This is a very short game for the NES. The last boss is definitely challenging, but I have beaten this a couple of times now. Box is in not the greatest shape. There's a little creasing there. There's a little bit on this side as well. Top has a little bit also, but the front and back are pretty good. It's a game that you can probably beat in about 15 or 20 minutes. Now, this copy of Mickey Mousecapade for Capcom. Oh, by the way, Puss in Boots came from Second Chance. This also comes from Second Chance. And this is Mickey Mousecapade. I have beaten this now twice. It's a pretty fun game to play. The last boss can be challenging if you don't know what you're doing necessarily. You just got to really jump up and down and fire while you're jumping. Otherwise, you can beat it. The box is in very, very good condition, so really happy about that. And then I'll show you this last one before I show you the last two. But I got Wheel of Fortune also from Second Chance. It's a little creased on the side, but otherwise this is in very good shape. And the last two I got here, I would only been able to get them one at a time if I did not have store credit. So the first one is Super Dodgeball. The only thing I don't like about this is that someone, Jimmy here, wrote his name in pen on the box. I don't know if you can get pen out, but if you do know, please put that in the comment section below. There's just a little bit of damage you can see right up here. The top has a little trouble staying down, but otherwise it's in very, very good shape. A little bit of wear up top also. it's hard to keep a lot of these cardboard boxes in really, really good shape. And then the last game I got here, Metroid in the box. Also probably a game I'm only going to play once in my life. I have beaten it with the help of some strategy guide. Well, online strategy guide, I should say. They had a couple of copies of this, and I was going to buy the cheaper version, but the cheaper version had like a rip in it, and I didn't know that. So I bought, and the one I bought was still going for less than what my Game Eye app says, so I was happy about that. It is creased a little bit on the side here, and the top does have a little bit of trouble staying down. It does have its styrofoam, and so do the last two games that I actually showed as well, and so does Mickey Mousecapade. And then there's a little bit of a slight creasing here on the back, but really happy to get Metroid in the box. So those are my November pickups. What did you think of them? Post any comments in the comment section below. Hoping once again next month to get a good solid amount of NES games to show off. I think there's still some from side quest games I am looking to purchase. Actually, a couple of more expensive ones. So I might not be doing too many purchases, but we'll see what the other game stores have, what they have in their glass cases also. So my December pickup video might not be as long as this, but if you've tuned in this long, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description below to my social media accounts. So this is Michael Loudon, over and out. Mikey's Crew, you guys are the best. Take care. Stay safe.